Hello everyone, welcome back to Zombie Exodus Safe Haven. I still don't know if I'm saying it right or wrong, so at least please tell me in the comments down below if I'm saying it wrong. Also, it's 3:45 and we have to do something. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something. We're gonna set up reinforcements to protect our home. Requires crafting 45 plus. We have that. Yes, we do. We can set up alarms on the doors and windows to alert you intruders, or we can set up camera. We can set up a camera to feed to monitor the house. Set up alarms. Camera. I don't know which one would be useful. More useful is what I mean. Maybe we'll set up a camera. Having so much room in this house to monitor, as well as the area just outside, you plan out a camera system for viewing several key locations at once, taking webcams from an old computer and your laptop, as well as the cameras from your 2 tablets. You rig them just outside the 2 windows on the 2nd floor, the kitchen window and the highest point of the window in the living room. You hardwire them with networking cables, since Wi-Fi will become unreliable as time goes on. You set up your laptop to receive the live feeds. Excellent. Wow, we are so damn good with electronics. Okay, moving on. You check the time, it's 4:30 p.m. Loud noises from the road draw your attention to the window, and you look through a hole in the boards to stare across the field at a minivan pulling over at the edge of the path leading to your home. Suitcases and duffel bags are strapped up to the roof, and the interior seems more full of bags and boxes. A gray-haired man steps from the front passenger side, though he appears much younger than the color of his hair portrays. A suitcase falls out of the van's open door, and he swears, lifts it, and shoves it inside. The driver's side door pops open, and a woman steps out. She adjusts a baseball cap over a thick bundle of hair and kicks her boots against the tire one at a time to clear off dirt. She has smooth, mocha-colored skin and bright red lipstick. "Where the hell are we?" the man asks. The woman ignores him and drinks from a thermos while gazing across your yard. "Lisa!" She drinks and turns her back to him. When she finishes, she turns and empties the thermos onto the grass by the side of the road. "Damn it, Lisa!" the man yells, his voice cracking in the end. "You just want me to come around here. You play this game, and maybe now isn't the time to play. We're in the middle of Podunk, Colorado, fleeing from a lethal virus that turns people into monsters, and you want to give me the cold shoulder because I wouldn't wait for your moron of a sister?" Whoa. Some family issues going on here. If we waited even a minute longer, the city would have been locked down and we'd still be trapped. Now, I'm not asking for you to be nice to me. Hell, I'm not asking for you to be talkative and pleasant, but I do expect you to show me an ounce of common courtesy. Lisa casts the thermos and turns back to the car. She lifts a finger to her teeth and picks at it. When she's sufficiently cleaned the space between them, she points the same finger at him. "Gary, you're a..." The heavy roar of an engine cuts off her words, and a pickup truck speeds around a bend down the main road. Okay. As the vehicle approaches, Gary and Lisa step around their minivan and stand together. They eye the truck, which coasts to a stop at the edge of your yard. A trio of men are sitting in the flatbed, and one of them stands, rifle resting upon his shoulder, and shines a halogen flashlight onto the pair by the minivan. "You two don't look like you live around here," says the tall man with the rifle. His tone's anything but friendly. "Just passing through, friend," Gary says, leaning on the hood of his minivan. "Who said I was your friend?" I don't know where that accent came from. I am terribly sorry. The truck's doors open, and from them step a man and a woman, and you know them both. Cliff and Delilah Payne. They grew up here, son and daughter of Elijah Payne, a well-known evangelical preacher. Where Eli was fair and kind and neighborly, his children leaned towards the mother's temperament, cold, jaded, and intolerant. He shared a few classes with Cliff back in high school during his 3rd repeat of the 10th grade. Oh wow, that's just awful. "What do we have here, Denton?" Delilah says to the tall man on the flatbed. "Folks from the city, Dee," he says with a slight chuckle. "Folks? Who talks like that, you moron?" Dee says and steps around the front of the truck. "Pardon my backwater friend. Some of us made it past the 5th grade. Ooh. Anyway, welcome to Stodgy Farms. Looks like you brought your whole house. As Dee moves to the minivan, you sense trouble brewing on the edge of your lawn. This has nothing to do with us, so I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, we'll just stay inside and watch what happens. Though the altercation is happening right outside your home, you're not in any danger by staying inside. First and foremost, you need to stay out of harm's way. Gary and Lisa stand near the open doors of their minivan, their bodies tense and rigid. On the back of the pickup truck, the 3 men rise and show their rifles and shotguns. Cliff rests an axe handle on his shoulder. Dee steps to the back of the minivan and tugs on the rope tying down a stack of suitcases. Moving here? Not a lot of homes for sale. As I told Denton, I think that's his name, we're just passing through, Gary says, smiling in the way people do when they get pulled over by a cop for speeding and they try to smooth talk their way out of a ticket. Passing through to where? Dee says as she circles the driver's side. I only ask because we've heard lots of outsiders are fleeing the city and coming this way, camping on people's lawns, squatting in empty homes, setting up in fields. Like you said, we're just passing through, Lisa says each word with conviction, hands on her hips. She struts to the back of the Oh, Lisa. Oh, I don't like you. But Cliff blocks her. Oh, I know you're not stepping in my way. You're gonna let me go around this van. Lisa, please, let me handle this. Gary slams his hand on the side of the minivan. Look, I don't know what you want from us, but we're leaving Colorado. With the virus and the outbreak and the zombies, we just want to get far away. Other people might be doing those things, the camping and all, but we're out of here. So if it's okay with you, we'll go. Dee folds her arms over her chest and nods as the man speaks. When Gary has finished, she steps closer to him but stares through the window of the minivan. You've convinced me. Thank you. We're just concerned citizens making sure that lawbreakers don't invade our community. The sheriffs and the National Guard are so busy, we felt the need to police the area ourselves. Certainly you can go through. Great, Lisa. How about we hit the road, Gary says, turning to the passenger seat. Lisa backs away from Cliff, but he grabs her arm. We're just going to check through your possessions to make sure you're not carrying any contraband through our town. She sidesteps and waves her hand over her shoulder. All right, boys. The back of the pickup truck empties, and the 3 men, along with Cliff, restrain Gary and Lisa at the side of the road. Threats and curses fly through the air, mostly from Lisa's mouth. But the pair from the city are forced to sit curbside, while their belongings are picked through like they were set up at a flea market. Dee grabs suitcases and bins and sifts through them, tossing most of the items onto the ground as she digs through the minivan. Once in a while, she discovers an item worth keeping. Oh, a crate of canned food, a jewelry box, a pair of binoculars, and Cliff carries them into the back of the truck. This goes on for 20 minutes, and by the end, a fair amount of goods have shifted from the minivan to the pickup. Okay, seems like we're all settled here, Dee says. She waves a finger to the boys. They step away, and instantly Gary and Lisa stand from the road and skirt to their minivan. Before long, dirt flies from spinning tires, and the couple race away from the front of your home. The Paynes and their friends return to their truck, and the boys on the flatbed arrange the new supplies it holds. As they drive off your field and coast along the road, Dee's eyes meet your gaze through the window, and she nods at you with a curt smile. Okay. Smiling back, hi. Well, okay, it's fine. That was interesting. Okay. We visit this 3-story home with the light flashing in the window. Was this with the guy that had the sign that said, I am coming for you? Is this? You know what? We're gonna go to the 3-story home. Same thing, we're gonna keep our weapons. You lock up your house and leave it once more for the day. Cross the stream in back of your house and walk over to the 3-story house. But before entering, you search the outside of the property for the best way in. The main entrance has a waist-high wrought iron fence, and past it stand double-arched doors lined with dark brass. Potted gardenia trees sit on opposite ends of the front step. You gaze down the side of the home. In the middle of the far wall is another entrance. and you walk over to check it out. There stands a flat door, half glass, half metal. You figure this door would be much easier to break open, though doing so might be noisy. Continuing your search of the perimeter, you follow the sidewalk towards the back of the wall, the hall to a walled-in garden, standing at least a foot taller than you. The wall could be climbed to gain access to the back of the house. Fine, climb the wall. You walk to the back of the house and the tall gray stone wall enclosing the yard. Branches from fig trees hang over the top of the wall, and bright green ivy climbs over it in a sweeping circular pattern. A strong flowery smell wafts from the garden, reminding you of the change in season from spring to summer, despite snow on the ground. You listen for any noises that might indicate someone or something being on the other side of the wall and hear only the gentle breeze rattling the leaves. You step several paces and rush to the wall. You leap and extend your arms to grab the top of the wall, but your hands slip off the edge. Somehow, the wall feels much taller than it's seen before. You step back, run, and jump, colliding face first with the wall and falling to the ground. Ouchies, my face! You rise and dust yourself off. Realizing that you don't possess the athleticism to scale this wall, you walk around the side of the building to find another way inside the house. The side entrance awaits you. Shaded from the sun, the temperature seems to drop 10 degrees. You step up to the flimsy storm door, which flaps in the breeze, and behind it stands a door made of cloudy glass on top, half, and hardwood on the bottom. You press the glass and determine whether steady pressure or a sharp crack it. That was a sneeze. I am terribly sorry. You slam your forearm into the glass, using your jacket to protect you from any sharp edges as it breaks. With a loud crackle, the pane shatters and the shards fall and crash on the floor. Once you've made a large enough hole, you slip your hand inside and unlock the door. You step inside and search downstairs. The interior of the home has a period feel, like the residents belong in the 18th century. The kitchen is decorated in white and lace, except for a wall of exposed brick. You hear a scratching from the other side of a vintage lime green door, low to the ground and soft as if made by an animal. The vaulted ceiling has exposed wood beams and dozens of hanging potted plants. The living room has an open fireplace, cold but clear of ash, stone floors, and long leather couches. On one lies an older man stretched out, eyes open, wearing the pallor of death. As you examine the room, a phone rings throughout the first floor. Say what now? From the second floor, heavy footsteps clomp along the hall, and you look to the top of the staircase in the living room. Ah, of course. A zombie bursts around the banister and hobbles down the steps. Short and round, she has tight, curly black and gray hair and a floor house dress soiled and stuck to her skin. She doesn't growl or scream, but emits a low, throaty murmur like a slow-starting motor. Say what? No, you just run away from the house. Just get out of there. With so many other houses to scavenge in the area, staying here and fighting a zombie seemed senseless. While the zombie navigates the steep staircase, he rushes to the side exit. As the zombie reaches the landing, you leave the house and slam the door behind you to keep her from following. Okay. As you reach the front porch of your house, you see the front door ajar. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. This is awful. Oh shit, someone's here. Moving closer, your heart rate quickens as the sight of dirt tracked over the threshold and trailing into your home. You walk up to the door and peer through the narrow opening. More dirt footprints lead from the doorway, but you see and hear no sign of an intruder. You step inside, careful not to make any noise. Your footsteps fall without a sound on the carpet, and you slide along the living room, following the tracks towards the stairs. Then they pass the stairs leading to the second floor. You peer around the corner and see no one in the den, and the tracks go dead in the middle of the floor. Well, a plane flies overhead, low and sweeping like passing thunder, and as the sound fades, you turn to hear a low murmur from the other room. You skirt along the staircase and lean into the living room, and there in the kitchen doorway stands a man. Tattered clothing clinging to his gray and yellow pocked skin. You backstep and raise your cleaver. He hasn't seen you yet, or he would have attacked. You might wander into the kitchen, giving you time to sneak behind him for an easier chance at a kill. You could open the front door, and like an insect buzzing around on the car, the zombie might just find his way outside. Of course, you could also just attack him and get it over with. Wait for a zombie to wander in the kitchen and sneak over to kill him. Just attack him now. Just do it. Just then, the roar of the garbage truck passes the front of the house, and the zombie screams in excitement. Yeah, me too. I would definitely scream in excitement if I heard the garbage truck. It's my favorite thing! He tears across the living room, and you retreat a few steps to the den. He throws himself at the front door and bounces off of it, thrashing and clawing at the surface in a feeble attempt to reach the noisy truck. As it passes, the sound draws him along the wall, and he pushes his body against the window and scrapes the boards with his long fingernails. This might be easier than you could have planned. You lift your cleaver and step towards the zombie. You pass the cellar door and creep along the floor, raising the cleaver and aiming for the back of his head. His erratic movements make him a difficult target. As he presses his face against the boarded window, you swing, striking his earlobe. Yikes. The flap of flesh flies off, and blood bursts out like a popped water balloon. He barely flinches, craning his neck for a split second in your direction, but the truck changes gear and the revving motor draws the zombie back. You readjust and swing again, this time embedding the blade through the skull above the neck. You draw the cleaver back and his body sinks along the wall, smearing blood like a fresh swab of paint. Oddly enough, when he reaches the floor, no more of the brown liquid seeps from the dead creature's body. You shut the door and bar it with a few boards, which should hold up as a temporary measure. After that chore, you drag the body of the dead zombie to the yard and return to the living room to clean his bloodstains. Lovely. Oh, here we go again! 7 p.m. and there is noises outside. Arguing voices. You peer aside through the front window. Walking up to your house, an older man walks along the sidewalk using a cane to tap the ground. He wears dark sunglasses and is led by a young woman. As the sun sets, a dull haze of light shines down. The temperature is rising. May is finally acting like May. You see no activity on the street other than these two strangers. The pair walks close to the front of your home, and neither appears to be in immediate distress. The man swings a slender rod over the ground and catches a loose cinder block. He lifts his leg far over it to cross. He looks middle-aged, and his salt and pepper hair sweeps to the side in a crisp schoolboy cut. In fact, he has boyish features, and only his hair color speaks to his age. His body is lean and athletic, and he has an air of courage and independence as he walks. The girl turns her head left and right as if searching for something. Her ponytail swings about with each turn, and her bangs wisp in the wind. She's not heavy or thin, and she's wearing a tight t-shirt that accentuates her curvy figure. The only color to her pale face are red cheeks from the cold, and she must be freezing in her miniskirt. Ugh, of course. Of course you'd be wearing a miniskirt. As the two strangers start up the path to your house, you... Okay, just watch the strangers and keep an eye on what they do. You walk to the window and move aside the curtain just enough to peek outside. The man stands motionless on the path leading to your house, while the young woman wraps her arms around her body and moves in place. She's doing all the talking, but you can't hear them through the thick pane of glass. As you stare out, you spot movement across the street. Someone darts behind a tall bush across the street from your house. I'm gonna ignore them. I know that's probably selfish. You step back from the door and wait. With the cold outside, the strangers can't stand around for too long. Besides, the infected roam the area, so the pair will be chased off soon enough. Time passes, maybe 15 minutes, and you peer outside. No one's there, the street is quiet again, with no trace of the strangers or anyone else for that matter. Okay, but what about the creepy figure darting between the trees? You gonna worry about him, or is he not a problem? Okay, moving on. It's 7:30. You should eat a meal. Because, you know, getting some food and water will help to recharge you in the latter part of the day. Before deciding what to prepare to eat, you review your inventory. We have 12 units of food. I don't know, we'll make a typical meal. You prepare meat lasagna. Ah, lasagna is awesome! And 2 cookies for dessert. The meal is both delicious and satisfying, and you feel your energy restored and your spirits lifted. Who wouldn't love lasagna? Lasagna is awesome. Okay, it's 7:45. You know what? I'm gonna read a book. That's what I'm gonna do. You walk to a quiet spot with your book, Planet Battles, and sit on the windowsill to make use of the ambient light. Opening to the last bookmark, you read, Ringo jumped from the cockpit of the Star Howler and held out his laser lens. He was still surprised that something with such brilliant light didn't cast any heat, and in the icy lands of Apollo's third moon, he sorely wished it did. Focusing upon the ancient weapon, he compelled it to intensify its beam until it lit up the sheer surface of the alien planet. Walking forward, he slid over smooth ground, but took his time as he moved toward the green glacier structure he'd spotted from space. A blast from the left broke his concentration, and the laser lance fell dim. Ringo spun around and saw his Star Howler engulfed in flames. Standing beside it, 3 Shadow Knights drew laser swords and marched toward the young soldier. Death has found you, Ringo's dark star, the lead one hissed in a reptilian voice. After an hour of reading, he closed the book. Ah! That sounds like a really damn good book, and I actually want to read that now, but sadly we can't. Oh well. You know what? Okay, you know what? We should actually try and call Billy. I don't know if it's gonna work. You dial Billy's house and the line rings over and over with no answer. Not even a voicemail message. You don't know her smartphone number, so you try the house line again, with the same result. Is she still alive? Did she abandon her home, or was she forced out? What if she's hurt and needs help? Are her brothers still alive? Since Billy's your neighbor, you could walk over and check on her, but every action has risks in the apocalypse. Oh shit, dude. Okay. You check the time and it's 9:00 p.m. A gunshot cuts the air outside, causing you to flinch and drawing your attention outside. You peek through the blanket covering the windows. Nothing moves on the street except for a few zombies. Have they become so commonplace already that you expect them now? One of the figures catches your eye. A gold chain with an oversized charm swings from his neck. Though his dark skin is paled from the viral attack, you know it's the man earlier today. Parts of his face is missing, and dark blotches of blood cover the rest of like a mask, hiding the undeceased flesh beneath it. That's not the case, though. The virus isn't that fair to its host. He wanders down the street and joins a few others of his kind. Soon he blends into the pack which carries him away, and you turn from the window. I think we should just go to sleep for the night. You check the kitchen door to make sure it's secure, and do the same to the front door. Once everything appears to be in order, you head to the staircase. When you reach the 2nd floor, you peer through a tiny window looking over the side of your home. A lone deer runs onto your property and tiptoes to a puddle formed in a rut of grass. Sorry. No glass, because that would just hurt the deer. It drinks for a moment, then its head shoots up, startled, alert. He darts in the direction from where he came, disappearing into the forest. You turn from your window and walk into your bedroom. You sit on the edge of your bed and fling the door shut with your foot. There's a chill in your room, but you undress and slip under the covers. Okay, we undressed, but we didn't put any pajamas on or anything? Okay, that's good to know that we're sleeping naked. Feeling the warmth and comfort of the bed, sleep takes you quickly and plunges you into dark and twisted dreams you won't remember in the morning. Ha, same. Okay. Once again, you have gained the potential to heighten skills if you choose to do so. We should work on our athletics. I don't know why, but I feel like that should just be, we don't have very many remaining skill points, but okay. We have 2 more. Leadership? Probably not. Scavenging? Sure. Do we have enough to do 1 more? Ranged weapons? Yeah, sure, we'll just work on that. And yep, I accept these new skill levels. Okay. And that is a good place to end it here. I freaking enjoyed that. I know I say that every video I've been doing this, but I love this game a lot. And I hope you're enjoying it too. For now, I will be ending it here, and we will be picking up Chapter 3 very soon. And like always, I will catch you all in the next video. Stay awesome. Bye!